What is good, y'all? Welcome back to another video on the channel. And I told you I wasn't capping when I said on my last video and previous video weeks before, I'm finally going to start a new manga series. I know y'all of course love a lot of different anime and love a lot of different manga, and I know at the beginning it's going to be slow on the uptake because mostly people just come or subscribe to my channel for Blue Lock. But now we're gonna start going over other manga, starting with JJK. Even though I know JJK is like in the, I believe this is the last arc. I don't know if the author said that, but I believe it's like the last arc or like one or two arcs. I think just like the like the last one. So even though it's ending, not really soon because it come out weekly. So we got like a couple weeks, maybe a couple months. I'm gonna start going to the JJK Raw. So I'm not gonna show anything. And I love and appreciate y'all showing like in the comments, like telling me ways y'all figured out and did y'all research how I can show the Blue Lock manga without getting in trouble again. And I appreciate y'all don't know how much that mean to me. Y'all doing y'all research, or y'all just find a way, or just so happen to stumble across a way, somebody posting something online and you just come back and let me know in the comment section. Y'all some real man. That's what I mean. We building the best community out here, bro. I love y'all for that. And I appreciate all that, but like I said, I'm just like so like I don't want to like waste all that I did. Like some people may think 1,800 is nothing, bro. That's not a lot of souls, but I value every single one of y'all. And like I can never imagine just a regular dude, bro, just me. I'm just a regular person. Y'all want to look at my manga reviews and y'all subscribe to me, so that's a lot to me, and I don't want to waste that, because of course y'all could probably follow me again, but that's cool. Not everybody's gonna do that. Maybe only 1/3 of people. But my point is, I'm just still playing it safe. When I come back, I'm gonna remember this comment, and I'm gonna remember all the comments, and I'm gonna try that again. Like, I think it's been a month since the first strike, so maybe we got 2 more months left. Just bear with me. I'm gonna spray it out and do other videos. But I'm going on a rant talking about just stuff I'm not supposed to talk about, but still, I'm just letting you know, giving you a FYI or a little update. I'm gonna try that when I come back. I thank y'all and keep giving me recommendations of what I could do to stay safe with the videos. But I'm gonna try when I come back. I don't want to risk nothing at all, bro. Like not even all. But that's off with that. We're going on to the JJK Raws chapter 230, I believe. I'm just gonna give you the general overview of what happened, and what I think is going to happen the next chapter, the prediction, what I think about the Sukuna fraud allegations, and so on and so on. So we're gonna cue this intro, and I will see y'all on the other side.
The yellow flash of the leaf.
Alright, y'all, so we are back like we never left. This is going to be, I think these JJK videos are going to be way shorter than the Blue Lock videos. Just letting you know, because I know sports, and I could just I'm like a sports guy, so I could nerd out and geek out over that, and like give you all these small little implications and details and rant about it for like 20 minutes, bro. But JJK, I know what it is, but like everybody, reverse curse technique, I mean, curse energy, and curse techniques. Sometimes they be confusing the hell out of me, bro. I be like, my brain be scrambled thinking about it. So I'm just, I'm just kind of like, the average watcher, kind of like y'all. So, but chapter 230, if y'all don't remember, I'm gonna give y'all. It left off on what happened. Oh, Sukuna summoned Magaraha. I believe I'm saying his name right. If I'm not, whatever. Sukuna summoned Magaraha. And when in Gojo's Unlimited Void, his domain expansion, and Sukuna, like, I think he got hit by, I think it was like less than 10 seconds or less than a second, but before he could really die from it, because we know Gojo's sure hit effect on the Unlimited Void is like OP, like it fries your brain, like it's crazy. I think it dumps like hella information inside your brain, and it basically kind of overrides it. Correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't seen like them explain his domain expansion since like the very beginning, whenever he fought Jogo. I think that's the only time they really explained it. But so like, it basically just turns your brain to mush. I really think, because you see like an infinite void, and it's like infinite information, and a regular human brain, even like a sorcerer's brain, can't take that so much information loaded into your brain. So Sukuna got hit by that, but luckily it was only for like 1 second, so he survived and he summoned Magaraga, and Magaraga one-shotted the domain. So that was basically letting us know that, you know, the theories was right that everybody was thinking. Sukuna must have been hiding Magaraga in the shadows, or he must have been doing something with the Magaraga wheel for Magaraga to be able to adapt to Gojo's domain expansion off rip. You gotta remember, Magaraga gotta be hit by the attack like once or twice, you know, to be fully adapted to it. Just like you see him do with, I think it was Sukuna cleave and not dismantle, or it was like either or, whatever. But he was able to one shot it, and we know that they've been doing they let off their domains like what 3 or 5 times already, bro, like 4 times. Like they've been spamming their domains expansions, and that's still crazy to me because we only seen a domain expansion used for like, oh, like it's like the last chance or like the freaking trump card, because it requires so much cursed energy that nobody's able to do it so many times. And they did it not twice, bro, but each like 5 different times. That's why this fight is so crazy, and it's really the peak characters, strongest characters in the verse, because they have been showcasing some crazy things, just like healing their curse energy with reverse curse energy. That was crazy, bro. But back to that, he one shot it. So that's basically what it started on. And Gojo was cooking Sukuna inside the domains. When it was fighting hand to hand, Gojo had the upper hand when they was both in their domains, or when he was in Sukuna domain, I should say. He was cooking them. So that happened. The chapter begins, you know, of course, right where we left off. Magaraga big self standing. Like, I think Magaraga like 50 feet tall, bro. He like Shaq. Like he was like he a behemoth. He, you know, standing over Gojo and Sukuna. And of course they having their little monologue. But basically the important parts is, excuse me, Sukuna ends up putting Magaraga back in the shadow. And that was a surprise because everybody thought, you know, calling Sukuna a fraud and and just like how Jujutsu Kaisen is famous for, we thought Sukuna was gonna jump the hell out of Gojo with Magaraga. And Magaraga himself, like, to top tiers like that, not really like, they're not really afraid of him. Like his strength wise, it's just the adaptation that's kind of more annoying. That was the same thing when 15, I think it was 15 or 10 fingers Sukuna fought Magaraga, and he wasn't like scared or nothing. He was like kind of annoyed by his adaptation, because I don't think he can adapt to make his strength stronger. Maybe I think it's just like people abilities. And Gojo wasn't afraid because he was like, all I gotta do is basically, at a point in the manga, he was like he was like, all I gotta do is summon a limited void one more time, and whenever you enforce you to bring out Magaraga, and then just one shot Magaraga. He's like, he wasn't worried about Magaraga at all. So if it would have been a jump, it still would have been effective because Magaraga would have been like a fly. But in a fight that's like Sukuna versus Gojo, all you need is like a straw to break the camel back. Like, because all they need, like, they're so like, you know, Sukuna may have been getting mixed inside of the barrier. I mean, yeah, their respective domains when it came to hand fighting, like the last like 2 domains, but Sukuna was still hurting Gojo with cleave and forcing Gojo to heal himself with reverse curse energy. I mean, his curse energy with reverse curse energy, and we seen that nosebleed, and everybody thought it wasn't nothing so far, but it's gonna be big in this chapter. But basically, what I'm trying to say is they're still relative to each other. So even like a small help from somebody else that can actually like be good help is going to like bring it in a favor. So Gojo, I feel like he would have been able to put up a good fight, but he would have eventually lost because Maharaga would have been annoying. Sukuna probably would have been using him like as like a body shield when Gojo tried to do red or blue against him or purple, and then he would have just been hitting Gojo with his attacks and forcing him to use reverse curse energy to heal his curse energy. But let me get on the chapter. Magaraga come out, they had their little monologue, you know, Gojo talking about, I love how you are fighting so desperately to win. You know, he's feeding into the fraud allegations that everybody was saying against Sukuna. Me personally, I don't think Sukuna is a fraud, man. Hey man, you gotta use whatever tools you but you got on your side. I know the whole but the point of this being who the strongest really is Sukuna using only what he has or blah blah blah. I don't care about that. If you got the tools, I'ma use it. Me personally, I would have killed Magaraga out, and I would have jumped the hell out of Gojo. Cause I ain't worrying about who titles. I mean, they care about that, but I'm trying to win. That's, to me, is whoever the strongest. Whoever come up with the W and whoever dies. That's plain and simple. That's who the strongest for me. You know. So it is what it is. It's just that Gojo Unlimited Void is just so OP, bro. Even Sukuna is struggling, bro. That's how OP it is. And Sukuna goes on to say that he was like, I'm coming to find out the reason Sukuna wasn't affected by Unlimited Void. You know, even like a half a second, you know, stuck in Unlimited Void can mess up your brain. Maybe not kill you immediately, but can mess up your brain hella because there's so much information dumped into your brain that fast. But Sukuna basically says he had Megami. It basically cuts to, you know, Megami in the depths of Sukuna. So you remember last time he basically looking all sad in like it's like darkness all around him, and he's like wrapped up in darkness. Bro had the Magaraga wheel on top of him, and Sukuna basically saying like every time Gojo had his domain or he was about to get hit by a Gojo's sure hit effect, he had Megami adapting to it every time. So it was two reasons why Sukuna was safe from the Unlimited Void. It was because Magaraga hurry up and destroyed the domain barrier, and it was because Sukuna literally had Megami taking the brunt of the damage and having to adapt for it. So I know Megami's brain is like mush, bro. He's gonna be out of there, bro. I feel so bad, bro. JJK is so dark, but I love it so much, bro. The art are not scared of a tragedy to strike. But Sukuna be doing his host dirty. He be doing Megami dirty. You know how he did. Usually already. We don't gotta talk about that. But the chapter goes on, you know, like I said, Gojo is taking dabs at Sukuna, then Sukuna tells him that stuff about Megami, and you know, Gojo gets mad. Like he gets like, you know, cause that's his student. Then, like I said previously, Gojo basically like, oh, all I gotta do is do Unlimited Void, and you're done for it. I'm gonna bite you this time. So he about to summon his domain, but all of a sudden, blood stopped pouring down his nose, and we're just shook. Can you remember at the very beginning of the fight when he first started healing himself, healing his curse energy, reverse curse energy? It was like a small nosebleed, and everybody thought it was a nothing. But I seen a theory out there, which I agreed to, was like the author wouldn't show that little small nosebleed for nothing, and I knew it was gonna come into play later in the game. Because at first but the battle they was doing the domain expansion, when it was just like even and nobody's really taking damage, it was basically gonna be a battle of nutrition, and Gojo was clearly going to win that, because even though Sukuna learned how to heal his curse energy, reverse curse energy, Gojo just could do it like much naturally. You know how I forgot how his ability specifically goes, but how basically he have a limited supply of curse energy. You know, he basically just do that. Sukuna couldn't do that, so he can't do it for as many times. So at first we all thought that Gojo was gonna win, you know, a nutrition battle, but now that happened and Gojo's brain is fried, and Sukuna basically tells him that what he was doing was very damaged, because he like, you know, trying to heal the part of his brain, and he messing up his brain, and his brain basically turned into mush. And so Gojo cannot open up a domain no more. He can't use it no more for the rest of the fight. It looks like, because if he do, his brain is gonna be in serious trouble, and he might just off himself from doing that, so he can't do it no more. And then Sukuna just bragging like, hey, he basically say more the lines. I think he said that you are it was a cold line to me, but everybody just scrolled past it. But he was like, you are the strongest only because I wasn't born in your era, bruh. That was tough. I guess I'm the only person. I'm gonna say I'm rooting for Sukuna. How about that? I want Sukuna to body Gojo. It's just that Gojo too OP, man. So I want him to just, you know, he don't gotta die, but just like, you know, just lose, bro. He's just too OP. I know he's gonna lose to Toji, but that was before his awakening, bro. But basically, yeah, Gojo talking his trash, and Sukuna talking his trash, and he goes to say, yep, you are done for, buddy. And he goes to, you know, summon a Maleficent Shrine or whatever you say that, and summon his domain. But then all of a sudden, his domain breaks down. Oh yeah, and sorry, before you said that, Sukuna was like, all I gotta do is remove my binding vow or change my domain but my domain and make it an enclosed barrier. And he just says that casually like it's just easy for him to just change the rules like that. Like I said, we've been seeing them doing crazy stuff we thought not thinkable, and Sukuna was just going to enclose his barrier. You know, Sukuna has the open barrier because the binding vow, you know, I think he said he made, in exchange for making his barrier not enclosed, his sure hit effect is stupid far, like we seen already. So basically, he was going to close the barrier, but when he summoned the barrier, Sukuna Maleficent Shrine drops, and his barrier, his domain get destroyed, and Sukuna, just like Gojo was bleeding from his nose, Sukuna instead is bleeding from all four of his eyes, not just two of them. Remember, Sukuna got two on the left and right. He bleeding from his eyes profusely, and then from his nose, just like Gojo. So it's like he's taking damage similar to Gojo, but worse because he's bleeding from his eyes. And Gojo starts to just laugh in front of his face. And Gojo seemed like he knew it was gonna happen because even though I think it said the translation could be wrong for now because it's just a Raws. Cause it said even though Sukuna didn't get hit by he only got hit by Unlimited Void for less than 10 seconds, and even if he summoned Magaraga to destroy the barrier and make me doing that, he still took some damage and it got his brain fried. So Sukuna can't use his domain no more either. So it's based to a classic JJK straight hands fight, bro. And this is about to be insane. That's pretty much, and it basically ends after that. Gojo used blue, I think that's what it is, and pulls in. Is it? I think it's blue, right? Gojo used blue and pulls in Gojo. I mean, I'm getting mixed names mixed up so much. Gojo uses blue to pull in Sukuna and hit him with a mean right hook and pure contact and still off on Sukuna. And then it's like a beautiful spread panel. I'm gonna probably put it as the thumbnail, but it's like a beautiful spread. You know, and it's like nasty, bro. And then it's like a second smaller spread panel when they both just looking at each other. And basically it says, the little Arthur notes at the end saying part 2 has begun. I'm like, part 2? I thought they was like in part 5 already to they fight. They only get into part 2 of they fight. So we know, so we got a lot more heat incoming, bro. I wonder what they gonna use now. And oh yeah, and Sukuna comment that when he was trying to, he's basically using 10 shadows. You remember what I said? He basically made Megami take the burn of Gojo's domain. He was using the 10 shadows technique, Megami technique, so he wasn't able to use his own curse technique besides the one that was already on his domain, which is I think cleave, that or it could be dismantled, but I think it was cleave. So that's making me think that Sukuna about to pull out his real curse technique out the back, because everybody's saying, oh, Cleveland dismantled not his real curse technique, and it could be some other stuff. You remember he had the black box when he fought Jogo and was able to summon fire. I don't know, but I'm ready to see Sukuna use his other curse technique's ability, or at least the other ones, instead of a cleave, probably just dismantle, and I'm gonna see how Gojo be able to handle that. But like I said, it's crazy that it's part 2, and then besides the part 2 little note, the author also talks about, I think her name is Yozuru. You remember it was a sorcerer in the past. I know I butcher her name, but it's a sorcerer in the past that recently fought Sukuna and Megami's sister body. You know her, how she was all in love with Sukuna. Excuse me. She lived in the same area as Sukuna, and she was all in love with Sukuna and tried to be his girlfriend or his lover, whatever. And Sukuna embodied her. But you remember how she was talking about, like, you have to like learn a lesson. I'm gonna try to teach you a lesson with love or something like that. The author basically quotes her, so that seems like that is gonna come into play somehow. I don't know how that's gonna come into play, but I'm excited for that, and I'm really excited that it's only a part 2. But that's pretty much it, y'all. Y'all let me know who y'all think is gonna win, Sukuna or Gojo. I got my money on Sukuna, unless Kashimo, Yuta, Maki, and Hikari come and jump Sukuna, but I don't think that's gonna happen because, as they said before, they have to save themselves for Kenjaku. You gotta remember, Sukuna is like the big bad, like a big bad villain, but I think Kenjaku is still the main antagonist. He started all of this. He put this all in motion, so he's still the main antagonist. Sukuna was really just coming and just like playing around, just trying to body people, prove that he's the strongest again. But Kenjaku is trying to like change the whole world, and and just do some crazy stuff. So he's still the main antagonist, and we know Kenjaku is like, he's like, of course it's Gojo and Sukuna first and second, or top first, we're gonna say, and then Kenjaku is basically third, but some people say Yuta, and it's still out there. But basically Kenjaku is top 5, top 10 for sure in the verse, and they're gonna need all of them to jump him, because I don't think we really seen him go all out yet. And we know he got some crazy curses to use. And we know he had multiple, I think he had multiple curse techniques to use too. So Hikari, Yuta, and Maki got to be ready to beat him up, because they the only person that can. Because Kashima trying to run hands with Sukuna, and I wish that comes to fruition. Excuse me. But Sukuna is gonna be weakened, I think, by that chance. I was gonna see Kashima curse technique and what it is, because he was holding it back. He said he can only use it once, and he saved it for Sukuna. So it gotta be, it's kind of like in Hunter x Hunter with curse technique. Like whenever you sacrifice something, it's like your curse technique or whatever you're trying to use, curse energy is exponentially stronger. And I feel like Kashimo sacrificed it and make it like a one use only or change the details. That means gotta be really OP. If he can only use it once in his whole life, bro. But that's pretty much it. Like I said, I got my money on Sukuna right now. Gojo may not get bodied and die, but I still got money on Sukuna the way it's going right now. I feel like Gojo is. It may seem like Sukuna was more affected, but I feel like Gojo was more affected by the nosebleeds, and he may stubbornly try it again, but we'll see. And if all fails, Sukuna still got the 10 shadows to use to distract Gojo and Magaraga. But y'all let me know who y'all think gonna win. If y'all think Sukuna is really a fraud, Sukuna isn't a fraud in my book. You can debate me, and I appreciate y'all for checking out this video. It's probably longer than I expected. I literally said it was gonna be short, but I guess I could talk for days about anything, bro. That's fire. But I appreciate the love and support. I know this little series ain't gonna gain traction until the YouTube algorithm put me on. It's probably gonna get like 300 views, but I don't care. We all gotta start from somewhere, right? I hope y'all enjoy y'all day, man. I hope this video helps y'all enjoy your day. If you made it this far to the video, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, and comment down your thoughts and share. I might start posting on TikTok again because all I did was post like my clips from YouTube, cut it up. I may post on TikTok, y'all actually looking like just like a short clip of me going over the manga, like the raws of JJK, so you actually see it. I might do that right quick, and I might do the same thing for Blue Lock. Y'all let me know if y'all be interested in seeing that. Like y'all be able to see the manga, and then y'all come back here to see like a different kind of a review without me the manga, just my straight thoughts off the dome. Like I said, comment, like, and subscribe. We need to hit 2K. We have kind of stalled in the 1,800 like in 60 range. Let's hit that 2K, man. I know y'all can do it, and y'all stay safe. Y'all take it easy as always. Until next time, y'all, peace out.